What is going on, everybody? I am back. Today, I'm going to be talking about Cincinnati football. No, not the Bengals, the Bearcats. Yes, the Cincinnati Bearcats are currently the number 7 team in college football. I know, kinda crazy. But this is actually not the first time, and honestly the past decade, where Cincinnati football has been at the top of the sport. But I'm gonna get into that here in a minute. First, I kinda wanted to apologize for my inactivity lately. I've been busy with school, trying to graduate this December, which is very exciting for me. Starting out with this video today that you're watching currently, I'm going to pick back up where I left off a couple of weeks ago. I've uploaded a couple times this past couple of weeks. I uploaded a vlog with Jackson and Darren from J&D Productions. We went to Indianapolis and then I explored Cincinnati and Dayton with them. So check out those two videos, very important. But for today, college football world has been kind of crazy. Rankings are weird this year. We've got BYU and Cincinnati both in the top 15. I know some fans are probably always having their eyes on Ohio State, Clemson, and Alabama because they're a lock to possibly win it all. I'm going to focus on and have fun with the Cincinnati Bearcats, who are one of the more inspiring stories in college football. But before I begin, I would greatly appreciate if you took the time to hit that red subscribe button for me and hit the notification bell. Leave a like if you could. It helps me keep bringing content to you and means the world to me if you decide to do so. It also helps with the algorithm. That is super important. It's hard running a YouTube channel all by myself. It's a lot of time and I would really appreciate the help. So, you're a Bearcats fan, congratulations. Your team is dominating right now. Super exciting, especially after this past offseason when it looked like maybe Luke Fickell would leave for Michigan State. But he decided to stay. He didn't pull a Mark D'Antonio and leave Cincinnati for Michigan State. Very exciting. The program is staying here. There's more success on the way. Wow. Number 7 in the AP poll. That's their highest mark since 2009 in the regular season when they were up that high. That 2009 team was very good. Went on to lose to Florida in the Sugar Bowl, which had that Tim Tebow, his last game in college football. So not a surprise they lost that game, but that was when the program was at their peak. Tony Pike era. If you know, you know. But starting out this year, which is what we want to focus on, so far they've beat number 22 Army. They beat number 16 SMU, which was a huge win. They really pulled it out in the second half and beat them 42-13. Now their toughest game is coming up this week versus Memphis, the defending champ of the American. Now the sad part is UC is not allowing fans for the rest of their home games for the season, so they're gonna have to do it without anybody there, but this team has played pretty well so far without them. And really, Cincinnati is a program that runs itself. Back in the day, Mark D'Antonio was there before he left for Michigan State. Then obviously Brian Kelly was there, built up a lot of success. Then he left for Notre Dame, and then Butch Jones was there, took over after Brian, kept up the success, and then he bailed. And then really during the Tommy Tuberville era, not a whole lot was going on. But since Luke Fickell has been there since 2016 when he was hired, late in 2016, took him a year to get things adjusted. But since then, he has won 11 games in the past 2 years. They've won bowl games over Virginia Tech and Boston College. And easily you can make the argument they've been the best and most consistent program in the American. Not UCF, not Memphis, not SMU, Cincinnati. Now for me personally, they are the closest college football program to me. Not Miami, not Ohio State. For being honest, maybe it's a couple minutes shorter. Cincinnati is literally the closest college football program to me. I'm not a huge Bearcats fan. Obviously for me, I'm kind of weird. I like TCU, grew up like in Florida, trying to get into Ohio State. So those are my 3 teams. Cincinnati would probably crack the top 5. It's really exciting seeing them do well. I know a lot of people that went to Cincinnati, going to Cincinnati, happy for them. But really, Luke Fickell is the reason this success has kind of picked back up since he took over. That first year went 4-8, polished things up. Now, this program is running itself back again. Even when he leaves, I still think they're going to have a lot of success. But it's the defense for Cincinnati that plays legit. Their defensive coordinator, Marcus Freeman's group, is really good. Marcus Freeman also could have left this past offseason, just like Luke Fickell could have, but they decided to stay, and that's going to pay off huge because, honestly, in a year like this, Cincinnati could absolutely make a run at the playoff, get that number 4 spot. It's going to take a lot, but it could happen. Now, speaking of their quarterback, Desmond Ridder, who has been a little bit inconsistent at times, he comes up when they need him to. During their game against SMU, he threw up in the 3rd quarter. After that, he had a huge rush, ran it all the way, didn't trip like Daniel Jones did. That was super exciting and really kind of put a statement in the American and in the college football world that Cincinnati, they're here. They're here to stay. They don't have a lot of big games left. The American Conference Championship is going to be a huge, if they make it undefeated, they're probably going to have to play Memphis, SMU, or UCF, one of those schools. So if they can beat them again, maybe against another ranked team, that could help their chances out a lot. Now, I like Desmond Ridder. I think he's pretty good. He kind of reminds me of Patrick Mahomes in a weird way. Now, he's not the best quarterback in Cincinnati. That's obviously Joe Burrow, but they both wear number 9. They both come up when their team needs them to. And this Cincinnati group actually plays defense, unlike the Bengals down the road. Now, for them to make the playoff, they're going to have Notre Dame lose to Clemson. Alabama and Clemson are probably going to have to win out for them. Oklahoma State needs to lose. Maybe Florida needs to beat Georgia, and then Florida needs to lose. Now, Ohio State can win out because I think some UC fans actually like Ohio State and wouldn't mind that. but I actually do know a couple Cincinnati fans that hate Ohio State, so just kind of put that in whatever way you want to. Sports in Cincinnati are back. Honestly, the Bearcats are doing great. The Reds had an outstanding year. Maybe if they could have gotten a couple more hits in the postseason, they would have been in the World Series. They had the pitching. And then Joe Burrow has really responded for Cincinnati, and he is the face of their franchise, and that's huge for them. They need to build a good team around him. But for the Bearcats, super exciting. Makes college football fun. Yes, if they go up against Alabama, Clemson, Ohio State, they might get waxed. That's fine with me. As long as I can see them in the playoff, that would be amazing. And that's honestly a big reason why I think the playoffs should be 8 teams. Listen, I know the team with the most 5 stars is probably going to win the national championship. That's just how it is. It sucks. It's the reality of it. I do think that we should expand because I think that just saying that your program has made the playoff means so much. I mean, that can really help in recruiting because that's where players want to go. They want to go to the championship teams or the playoff teams, and just to be able to say that you made the playoff, that could help get 5 stars to your school, even if you're not one of the big bad 3. So let me know down in the comment section what you think of the Cincinnati Bearcats. Do you think they should make the playoff? I think they deserve it. I think Luke Fickell is really good as a head coach. Could have been the head coach of Michigan State, decided to stay. Maybe if Ohio State opens again after Ryan Day leaves, if he ever does, he could go right in there, fill that gap. I know he's more of a defensive guy, but that would be very exciting. Thank you for watching, everyone, and please, if you could, leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you're a Cincinnati fan. It helps me out, helps me keep bringing content to you guys. My social medias are down below, so you can interact with me there. I will see you in the next video. Peace.